You ever hold on to a TV love story so tightly you were convinced it had to be real? For decades, fans of Little House on the Prairie swore that Melissa Gilbert and Dean Butler had a romance that went beyond the screen. Laura and Almanzo weren't just acting partners, they had to be soulmates, right? Well, after years of silence, Melissa has finally revealed the truth, and trust me, it's nothing like what anyone expected. When Dean Butler showed up as Almanzo Wilder, everything on the show shifted. Laura was no longer the little girl we'd seen running through fields with her braids flying in the wind. Suddenly she was falling in love, and the way Dean played it, with that calm confidence, that protective energy, fans melted. Add Melissa's charm, and the two of them created one of the most unforgettable love stories in TV history. People weren't just watching, they believed it. They wrote letters, begged for more wedding scenes, and gossiped endlessly about whether Melissa and Dean were really together. But here's the part no one knew back then. Melissa was just 15, Dean was 23. That's not exactly the fairy tale everyone thought they were watching. In her memoir, Melissa admitted how strange it felt to be a teenager pretending to fall in love with a grown man. Their very first kiss? She said it was awkward, weird, and honestly terrifying. There weren't sparks or butterflies. She was a kid being told by a script to act like a woman in love. And here's the kicker. While the whole world thought Dean might have been her secret crush, Melissa's heart was actually somewhere else. Off screen, she was falling for Rob Lowe, the teen heartthrob she later dated. Dean, meanwhile, was never her boyfriend. She's described him more like a big brother, gentle, respectful, and protective, during a time when she felt overwhelmed. Still, the show must go on, right? Week after week, Melissa had to look into Dean's eyes and convince millions of people that Laura and Almanzo were the love story of the century. And it worked. The chemistry you thought you saw wasn't romance, it was pure acting. In fact, Melissa has said flat out in interviews, there was no spark between us. Dean has backed that up too. In his own reflections, he's admitted that the age difference made things tricky, and he did his best to treat Melissa kindly and professionally. He's called her talented, focused, and incredibly brave for handling such intense storylines at such a young age. Together, they built the illusion of a perfect romance, one that fans still cherish to this day. And maybe that's the most impressive part, Ulrigger. The fact that millions of people were convinced shows just how good they were at their craft. They pulled off one of the greatest on-screen romances in TV history, even if there was nothing romantic about it in real life. Of course, Melissa's story didn't end there. Growing up in Hollywood meant living under impossible beauty standards. She's opened up about surgeries she later regretted, struggles with self-worth, and the pressure to always look perfect. But over the years, she's chosen honesty over appearances. She had her implants removed, embraced her natural self, and now speaks openly about aging, body image, and mental health. Today, she lives a quieter life in the countryside with her husband, Timothy Busfield, raising chickens, growing vegetables, and enjoying a simpler, more peaceful reality. So, was Dean Butler the love of her life? Not even close. But was their connection real? Absolutely, just not in the way fans imagined. It wasn't a hidden romance. It was trust, respect, and a partnership that made television magic. And sometimes that's even better than the fantasy. Now, the big question, does knowing the truth change how you see Laura and Almanzo's story? Or does it make their on-screen love even more impressive, knowing it was all acting? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more untold stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next.